Good day, everyone. I am here to report about the Constitution of Biak na Bato in 1897. Pact of Biak na Bato. Introduction. The Constitution of Biak na Bato was the provisionary constitution of the Philippine Republic during the Philippine Revolution and was promulgated by the Philippine Revolutionary Government on November 1, 1897. The Constitution, borrowed from Cuba, was originally written by Isabelo Artacho and Felix Ferrer in Spanish, and later on translated into Tagalog by Francisco Macabolos y Soliman. Emilio Aguinaldo established his headquarters in Biak na Bato in the province of Bulacan. The organs of government under the Constitution were Supreme Council of Grace and Justice, Assembly of Representatives. In July 1897, Aguinaldo established the Biak na Bato Republic and issued a proclamation stating the following demands. First, expulsion of the friars and return of the friars' land to the Filipinos. Second, representation in the Spanish Cortes. Third, freedom of the press and religion. And the fourth is abolition of the government's power to the banished Filipinos. The last one is equality for all before the law. The Biak na Bato Constitution. Constitution based on the Cuba Constitution, drafted by Felix Ferrer and Isabelo Artacho, and signed on November 1, 1897. The Constitution provides a Supreme Council, rather Emilio Aguinaldo, the President, and Mariano Trias, the Vice President, to end the clashes between Filipinos and Spaniards. Emilio Aguinaldo, Governor General Primo de Rivera, and Pedro Paterno volunteered to act as negotiator. With the help of lawyer Pedro Paterno, Spain and the Philippine Netherlands made a peace through the Pact of the Biak na Bato. A ceasefire was declared by both camps. An agreement between Aguinaldo and the Spanish forces was made. Here are the conditions. The Spanish government will grant self-rule to the Philippines in 3 years. If Aguinaldo went to exile in Hong Kong and surrendered his arms, in exchange for what? The agreement included the following provisions: that Spain should pay 8,000 Mexican dollars to the paid in installments in exchange of exile for Emilio and his associates. Payment should be made personally to Emilio, and its use will be totally in discretion of the group. That Spain should give the hostages as collateral until Emilio and his group have arrived in Hong Kong and until they are paid the first installment. That the fire should be spilled. That a time of peace shall be declared until February. Although both sides signed the truce, no one really believed that the other would follow the agreement to the letter. Emilio was able to reach Hong Kong in good hands and he received the first installment of the payment worth 4,000 Mexican pesos. But he used this money to purchase more weapons needed by the revolutionary movement. The rest of the payment was not received. Spanish and Filipino troops did not honor the peace pact of provided by the truce. Many fights between the two groups still spark all over the country, with the most of this the result of lack of communication between the parties involved in the truce of the men of the front lines. Meanwhile, Aguinaldo in Hong Kong. The Battle of Manila Bay. May 1, 1898. First major battle of Spanish-American War, led by George Dewey. Won with 4 deaths. Battle lasted only a few hours. Aguinaldo returns to Manila. May 19, 1898. Aguinaldo arrived on board the McCullough with ammunition both with money he received from Spain. By June 1898, General Emilio Aguinaldo had captured the whole of Luzon and was ready to storm Manila with the help of Gregorio del Pilar. Manila inside the Intramuros. Aguinaldo was firmly convinced that it just was a matter of days before the Spaniards surrendered. Therefore, he started planning for the declaration of Philippine independence. June 12, 1898, Philippine independence is declared by Aguinaldo. The Treaty of Paris. Philip Agoncillo was sent to the USA to try to speak to President McKinley, but failed. Philip Agoncillo tried to go to France to attend meeting between Spanish and American representatives. What was the meeting about? The meeting about was outcome of the Spanish-American War, situation in the Cuba and the Philippines. On December 10, 1898, the Treaty of Paris ended the Spanish-American War. Cuba was granted its independence. Spain ceded the Philippines, Guam, and Puerto Rico. In return, the US paid Spain the sum of 20 million US dollar for the Philippines. Last joint session of the Treaty of Paris. Peace treaty negotiation between American and Spanish military generals. The American negotiated in the hostile atmosphere because all Europe, except, except the England, was sympathetic to the Spanish side. Diego de los Rios, the last Spanish Governor-General of the Philippines. His term ended on December 10, 1898, when the Treaty of Paris was signed. Here are the summary of the story of Biak na Bato. The story of Biak na Bato may be one of the shortest chapters in the period of the Philippine-Spanish Wars, but it was an important precursor to the country's freedom because it was the first time a truce was attempted between Spain and the Philippines since revolution erupted. The truce provided a small window of opportunity that helped the revolutionary leaders strategize their movement against the colonizers. It was a risky move, yes, because peace meant Spain was also afforded time to group. But decisions like this have to made to push the struggle forward. And that's all. Thank you.